difficult's it been?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this season hasn't gone how any of us planned. We just keep coming to work every day, trying our best, especially the O-line, still trying to find things that we can improve in our game and just coming to work every day.
You guys done well offensively? Throughout the season? I mean, again, highs and lows, but what have you guys done well?
I think up front, I think we have been able to move people, the exception of a few games. I think we pass protected pretty well. We've improved a lot from last season. Our running backs have gotten a lot better, and just vision-wise, being able to see everything and hit the holes that we're making. Quarterbacks are, they're both playing outstanding, and then wide receivers are making a lot of contested catches, and then tight ends are blocking just as well as us.
What was senior day like for you?
It was just it was weird, trying to hold all those emotions back, getting ready for a game, and then seeing my parents out there on the field for the first time, like before a game. It was very difficult to hold all those back and then just go play a game.
What are your thoughts on the future of the offensive line? Because Neil always talks about taking a while to build it up to this, and then obviously it's going to continue on beyond you.
I think the young guys are improving all throughout the season, as you can see with Tomas Remak. He's playing very well right now. I think all these young guys are ready for their opportunity to step in and fill some roles.
Senior day, you walk, but you actually have a year of eligibility if you want to use it. Have you decided what you're going to do?
No, I've not decided yet.
What goes into that?
Really just waiting to hear some news on anything, and then just talking over with the family and just trying to make the right decision.
What went into the decision to walk? Because Neil brought up last week that players that had an extra year, he advised them to just go ahead and walk. If you walk a couple times, like Dante, no big deal.
Yeah. So he told us that, and I thought might as well. Never know what the future may hold. Here in a couple weeks. So just went ahead and did it.
You're getting married, right?
Yeah, I'm getting married in April.
What? I guess in the offensive line room, that's not that uncommon.
No, it's not.
But on this, in college in general, it is. So what's that like?
So she's still living down in our hometown. Still a student teaching right now. So it's still been pretty difficult having her away. And it's pretty cool. Being engaged and just knowing that she'll be there for the rest of our lives. And then, everybody else in the room, Frage got engaged around the same time last year. Our GA, Kirk, just got engaged. So our room is pretty much in love.
So I'm glad to hear it wasn't pretty cool that she's that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Some serious stuff coming up for you.
Yeah.
When you transferred back, there were probably visions of what playing in state would be like. Has it been what you thought? Different? What's it been like?
Oh, it's been even more. After the games, after a win, walking around the stadium and, just talking to people is just surreal. And, just being able to play for my state I grew up in is, just an honor to me.
Do you have a seminal moment in terms of your fondest moment as a Mountaineer, if this would be it, you can point to and say that was the best time?
I bet there's two.
Yeah, there's
you can give me two then.
Yeah, there's a couple. That first one in the Black Diamond, and then holding it right there in the middle of the field, and then just hearing everybody cheer is, an unbelievable moment that I'll never forget. And then, really just going back to VT probably and just winning.
Was it hard to keep your emotions in check playing them? I mean, you had friends in that team,
Yeah.
but still.
Oh yeah, going back there, going back to see all the stuff, Enter Sandman and everything that they had, it was just, and then seeing all the friends across the line, having to block them every play. It was pretty difficult to hold all those emotions back.
What's been you came here with great hopes, big expectations, and so forth. What's been the most disappointing thing about this past last year, not having a winning season and so forth?
I mean, it's really just that. I mean, we put in so much hard work, and like throughout the off season, and for us to come up short just on some of those games. I mean, some of those games were just a few plays away, from having a completely different season, and that's what we need to continue to try to fix, are just those, 3 or 4 plays a game that have really hurt us.
How do you do that, you think?
I think honestly, we're still kind of young, so people just buying in and really developing themselves, understanding the game, and just honing in on their skill sets. I'd say it would be the best way to prevent those.
You mentioned your thoughts on the future of the O-line, but is there anything in particular as a veteran who those guys look up to that you almost constructively can criticize that, hey, this is what needs to be worked on with or without me for the future, this is what I was maybe most disappointed on in particular to the O-line?
Can you explain that question a little bit more?
If you were offering constructive criticism to a younger player currently on the O-line that's going to have several more years, that would say, come to you right now, Remack or somebody would say, hey, what do I need to work on next year? Let me know now if you're not going to be here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, we're always watching film together, and we always critique each other no matter who it is. We'll always give advice to, right after practice, after we eat meals, we'll go in there and watch film, and then, together we'll critique each other, like whether, hey, that wasn't a good first step, or, you need to work on your hands. I saw all practice that you need to work on them. So, we do a good job at that, so we really know what we really need to work on.
Would you say it's hands, footwork, getting healthier,
It's individualized, so,
Okay.
So
Nothing
just,
that jumps out as a group overall.
no.
You said that you're waiting on things to happen, or news, or however you put it, before you make a decision to come back. How do you think the whole team is handling this situation right now? Is it, there are certainly guys. It used to be only seniors could go. Now, who knows? It might be like the basketball team. There were like 3 guys left.
Yeah. I don't know. Most of the guys' thoughts, I think, were, staying together pretty well. And I really don't know. It's a tough question.
Doug, you mentioned conversations with Hokies in the midst of the game. Any PG-13 ones you can share with us that you remember best?
Not really. After the game, I was talking to one of my best friends, Nick Gallo, and he was pretty much just coming up to us and saying that we whooped them. Pretty much controlled the whole game. That was about it.
Would that have been a different situation if you were going back to the same coaching staff? You knew some of those players, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it would have been a complete different emotion for me. I feel like going back to the old coaching staff.
Any part of you wishes maybe it was still them to get a win over them? Or?
Yeah, a little bit. Still had some feelings there.
How different is this week without students around, holiday week?
Personally, I like it a little bit more. No classes, focus on straight football right now, and it's pretty much like being a professional this week. You get to work out, practice, watch a lot more film, get your body ready. So it's pretty much just practice for being a professional.
Thoughts on blocking for a quarterback that can sometimes go rogue?
Yeah, we got to calm him down sometimes. I just got to make sure to tell him to, keep his head on straight. But, he trusts us up front, and, he does have the legs to get mobile, to get out of the pocket. So we just got to tell him, sometimes you got to chill out with us and make a few reads before you do all that.
It was his first career start. He has played.
Yeah.
But there's a difference when you know the week that you're preparing to be your start. And he said he was pretty nervous. Did you have to calm him down, or did you have to remind yourself, hey, this guy's making his first career start, and the team he's playing isn't exactly,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, before the first play we went out there, I was just making sure, hey, you've been here before. It's no different. We're playing the same game. Just made sure to tell him. And then even after that first series, it's not how we wanted it to go, or him. We I just told him to relax, that we got him up front, and then as you can see, we went right down there. So I think he does a good job in trusting us up front.
You played against these guys last year, and these guys being Oklahoma State, their deal is rush the passer. I mean, they're going to crash the edges and do whatnot. Does having a guy like Garrett back there who can move around and escape a little bit help you a little bit in blocking when he's not a stationary target?
Oh yeah, I mean it for sure helps us out a lot. We can make a few more mistakes with him being, having the speed that he has and being that mobile. So it definitely helps us out up front a lot.
Your favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal is?
It's got to be the stuffing.
Good answer. Has it got to be your mom's, or is there any?
Really my sister's. She makes a pretty good stuffing.
Anything else from Dad?